Celine?
No.
Last week,
One of the girls hasn't arrived yet.
devastating news for the team at Conviction Kitchen when Celine went missing.
No good?
No good.
Beat her up?
He beat her up.
Celine, she had every reason in the world to not come into work. She came into work. That's an attitude.
We're all getting to be more like a family. If one of us is in a bit of trouble and needs help, we're all there for them.
Tonight,
Don't forget that food critic might be in tonight, huh?
Chef Curly's going to put them through the toughest test of all.
I've asked one of Australia's top restaurant critics to come in and review the place.
Just want to try and get someone's attention.
A food critic in a restaurant,
We've become a little bit invisible, Ryan.
it's like a policeman coming to a criminal's house.
Hot salad and a steak tartare. What do you see?
The restaurant critic is in the house.
Probably the biggest problem a chef can ever encounter in the kitchen.
When you've got a critic in the restaurant, you want your night to go perfectly well.
Ambulance?
Tonight's not going perfectly well. And this is my reputation on the line here.
But what will the critic say that will force one trainee out the door?
According to one of Australia's top restaurant critics, the two top performers on the night We've been open for 2 weeks.
These guys are trying so hard and the level of enthusiasm and commitment has been remarkable and I've been very pleasantly surprised.
Welcome back, Celine.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome back, Mum.
Thank you, guys.
Great to have you here.
Celine's a little bit battered and bruised and a little bit sore. Her ex-partner beat up Celine and it's a dreadful situation to be in.
Lisa's got the middle section and the lovely Celine's on the door.
All credit to her, she was back on board and dressed ready for service and putting on a brave face.
Hot, hot, hot. Loving it.
Hey?
Looks great.
Oh, hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all
Well
right.
done. It looks awesome.
Anthony's haircut looks good. He's got more keen today. He's asking questions.
Got my hair cut yesterday. Got a job. Everyone else looks respectable, why don't I? So.
We've been open a little while now. I'd say I'm happy.
Does anybody know where Jared is?
The most asked question in Brisbane history. I want these guys to be work ready in 3 to 4 weeks.
Jared here?
Nah. What's wrong with him?
He said last night that he might not be coming.
Why?
He missed the last train last night.
How did he miss his last train?
And
Everybody was out at 11:15.
they want him out of beer.
Yeah, but you know what? This is the thing about him having the beer. First of all, that's in breach of his parole. No, that's fine.
Jared missed his train because everyone out, so I took him home, let him stay the night at my house, and he went to the Gold Coast this morning.
He stayed at Josh's last night. At no stage today did Josh turn around and say to me, Jared will be late today. Why don't you mention it to me this morning?
He told me not to.
Who said? Well, he's just told me he stayed with you. So now I don't know where we go with me and you. We have a relationship. I'm trying to help you. I know you don't think I'm trying to help you.
Well, that's not my area to tell you, Chef.
But he just told me, so now I don't trust you again. Right, come on out the front. I want you out the front now, all of you.
Yes, Chef.
Whilst I'm conscious of the fact that these guys have never cooked before, I'm also conscious very much so that we are feeding the public. So I actually want some critical feedback. I want somebody to come along and see if we are going in the right direction. The thing about hospitality is you're only as good as your last meal. So I've asked Australia's best food critic to come in and review the place. Now, in the next week or so, he'll come in, or she. I'm not going to tell you when it is. You need to be on your game. In the review, I've asked him to give me 2 highlights from the night, and the trainees responsible for those will receive a little something special. But it's not for them. It's for the people that have stood by them. So, for example, your daughter's dress for a formal. The nursery for your baby. I'll give you the nursery. It's called an incentive, okay?
If I got awarded the prize for the family, it'll probably be to my brother. The day I got out of jail, He set me up with a house, a job, everything. I'd like to repay him in some way, yeah.
I was incarcerated when my brother passed away in a car crash. I haven't been to his gravestone yet, so it would be good if we could all go up to Agnes Waters and, you know, just sort of... I'd like to be able to see him.
All right, we're going to have a good service tonight. Big smiles.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Okay, my guys, sections for tonight. Good news is we're fully booked. So you've only got 2 tables, but you've got a big one and a little one.
If I'm the person that wins the prize and gets a good review from the critic, I'd really like to do something for my daughter. She's got a full-time job and 2 little ones, and I just think she's amazing.
With Chef's incentive, it'd go towards my brother and his wife, because they've helped me out a lot. Hello?
When Christy told me about doing this project, I just thought that it was a good thing. She'd been hanging around the wrong people and got herself into big strife, so I thought it was good that she was making the effort to turn her life around. Yeah, it was a good thing.
Come sit up here. It's great to be able to share something that I'm doing, you know, something good for myself for a change, and to share it with some family instead of all the bad stuff that I shared with them last time.
I don't know what's happening with Jared. He seems to be always running late.
Morning all.
Now, tonight, I'm going to walk you to the train station and I'm going to wave you off on the train station. Because if you end up going out with this lot, they can drink. You can't drink.
Jared's in toss-up right now and he's got a lot of family problems.
Forget your suit bag as well.
Yeah, it's been washed, folded, but it's not ironed. Okay.
What happened, mate?
Don't start. Long story short, I missed the train last night, and then this morning, like, I've made a promise that I'll be home every morning to see my son. Like, I know how important work is, but that's more important to me because if I didn't go back last night, that meant I wouldn't see him till tomorrow, and it would not go down very well.
Did everything work out for you?
Yeah.
I know he's got family problems and whatever, but he's in big strife with me at the moment anyway. We've got to back him up. We've got to do his prep and his clean-up. He's let the team down completely. Right. Wait, you meet outside now. Around here. I'm serious.
Did you have a shave this morning?
No, I was going to speak to you about that.
That's our other issue.
I had a lovely night at home last night. I'm going to have to go up and get a razor at lunchtime.
No, you're going to have to go and get a razor now. You can't go on the floor like that. So at this point in time, I would be very nervous if a food critic came in.
Fair enough, I understand she needs us to be looking spick and span, but honestly, I don't think the customers are really going to care if I've got a bit of 5 o'clock shadow going on.
Around here.
Most of them are too gutless to come up to me and say anything. That's one thing I like about Christy. She'll at least be honest and tell me the truth.
Look, I understand you've got problems at home, but we're all here for the same reason, trying to get our lives back together.
And she said, yeah, like, we're all feeling it. Feeling like we're pulling the extra weight when you're not here. It's good to spend time with your son, but come on.
It's not just me you have to apologise to either, it's them in there as well. And I want it done now. Let's go.
Adrian turned up unshaven, so he was sent off to get a razor and have a shave.
Get in here, and she starts.
You haven't had your shave today. You have to shave every day.
I tend not to listen to what people tell me to do, really, I suppose. You know, don't get me wrong, I do appreciate this opportunity.
Some people are finding it difficult to follow orders and they're not adapting to being told what to do.
Actually, we can probably take that chair away from table 1 because the next setting is going to be for 4, so...
Where would you like it?
Bar.
Yep. I joined the army when I was 17. I've always taken orders. In the defence, you're told what to do all the time. Like, that's the whole part of working. Your boss tells you to do something, you go and do it. Like, there's no arguing about it. Like, yeah, if you want to keep your job.
Jockey, right here. Jared's got something to say.
I'd like to make an apology to us all in the kitchen here. I certainly haven't gone out of the way to hurt anyone, but it seems that my personal life seems to be flowing into the kitchen because of my own stupidity, I suppose.
At the moment, he's struggling because of his home life. We forget he's just come out of, like, a long term in prison.
I know you've all got a little bit of a background and all sort of history, but we need to up the ante a bit, because in 4 weeks' time, somebody's going to Melbourne, you know, with me, because I'm going to Melbourne. I'm not staying up here. So this is the thing. Everybody needs to sort of like just take a little reality check. You shouldn't be going out anywhere on your parole conditions. You know what I mean? You need to deal with Kelly and your son, and you need to get this fish ready for tonight, young lady. Okay? All right?
It won't be a problem. I don't want to hold a grudge or anything against it. I just wanted an apology, and I just wanted, everyone else to get an apology as well, because it wasn't just me that he's hurt. You know, it's a team.
All I've wanted since I've been in jail is to come home and have a family. I've been given that, but since I got out of jail, things have been very hard. Readjusting, coming home, learning how to be a dad. Everything in general's building up. Me not being there's a big one, My partner Kelly's scared that I'm going back to jail. I'm trying so hard and I can't get ahead. I can't cut a break, I can't win.
Right, Jared, talk to me about parole next week, please.
It's still Tuesday.
Probably best for everybody if we let Jared start a little bit later, and he can get all his parole stuff out of the way, and he can get the kids' lunches ready and all that sort of stuff, and then he can work later at night. 6 o'clock, we're open.
Hi, ladies. Who's going?
Welcome to Conviction.
Well, we've got a food critic coming in. I think we're all a little bit nervous. We're going to have to be on guard all the time and make sure that we're at our best all the time.
That's better.
Joggy.
Hello.
Don't forget that food critic might be in tonight, huh? You make sure it's all seasoned properly. He'll dine at Conviction as a secret reviewer. These guys have got to pull it off. We're not pretending. It's not for me, it's for them.
Jeff said there'd be some kind of reward if our section come up trumps, I'm not really looking for a reward, but it'd be nice. Like, my daughter's got her formal coming up, and I'd like to get her a limo or something like that. So, yeah, it'd be great.
My whole family's been supportive of me, but I'd have to give my reward to my partner. We've been fighting a lot, but out of everyone, she's always been there, always sticks by me through my jail and raised my kids without me. Behind.
Right, pass it up.
Right this way.
I have been told by Chef to expect a food critic.
If I'm the person that gets good praise from the critic, I'd like to do something for my mother. She's been there for me for 37 years and it hasn't always been fun, but yeah, she's never turned her back on me and I love her.
Where's the Masaka?
Coming right now.
Thank you. Hello, John. It's under John.
The food critic's just walked in. He's one of the most influential food critics in Australia. I'm hoping that they can do this.
What's the menu?
That's the menu.
They've been given the recipes, they've been given the instructions, they have to do it.
Thank you. Hello, John. It's under John.
The food critic's just walked in. He's one of the most influential food critics in Australia.
My name's John Leflane. I'm effectively Australia's only national restaurant critic. That's the menu?
That's the menu.
Thank you.
Would you like a wine list?
Oh, yes, please.
And can I offer you any filtered tap or bottled mineral water?
I prefer sparkling.
Yes, I prefer sparkling too, please.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much.
Not a problem.
Curly has asked me to come and take a look at the restaurant under the radar and say, well, how much of it are the trainees getting right and how much are they slipping up on?
Excuse me? I know at some point the secret reviewer is coming in, but I'm not going to let that get to me. I'm just going to go about my business and do the best I can.